And that peyote, that was just a cat turd.
No, the peyote? Is that some kind of a dessert?
The peyote.
Oh, we've got burritos, we got tacos, and for dessert we got peyote. Oh, jeez Louise.
Well, it's related to the coyote.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Exactly.
The droppings of the coyote.
Exactly, that's what the peyote is.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that, Chuck. Chuck's an expert.
Pops looks like he has something he wants to bring up to the table.
What you got there, Pops?
He's probably had a lustful night with a Mexican woman, probably.
Have you had a lustful evening with a Mexican woman, Pops?
What?
Have you had a lustful evening with a Mexican woman before?
That's kind of personal.
We don't hold back on the show, Pops. This is what we do. We discuss stuff. Yes or no answer. Was it not lustful? Was it just, were you in love with a Mexican woman?
Well, it was I crossed the border, and it was a one-night stand, I think it cost me $5 if you want to know.
How beige will you go?
This was back in the 60s.
So what does that
They
mean?
weren't
Nowadays?
You're talking about the 70s. You know what I was doing in 1971?
Paying $5 for hookers.
Disco?
I was making this guy.
Well, all right. Whipping up that baby batter and making another dessert, I guess.
They didn't have condoms in the 70s or what?
They were sheepskin and he was allergic,
I didn't have one.
Well, let's ask our accountant, Kevin. What is $5 worth now that it was in the 70s?
Well,
so
I'll
when he
tell you
paid
what.
for that hooker back in 71, he paid
Oh.
$5. What would that cost nowadays?
What would it cost nowadays?
Yeah.
Well, I got two things to say about that. It would probably cost $15 nowadays, maybe 20 and even 20, so that you don't have to make change, okay?
Right.
And the second thing is, I haven't had $5 in so long that I don't really know, dude. I don't even know how to spend it. I mean, I put $5 on my gas tank, dude.
He doesn't even remember who's on a $5 bill anymore. That's how broke he
Yeah,
is.
I'm pretty sure. I do know it still says "In God We Trust." I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it does.
Pretty sure it does.
And he knows counting change takes forever. Putting
Yeah.
in those damn rolls.
I had a friend named Nine Fingered David, and he had the hardest time making change at the pizza place I used to work at. Dude.
Was he missing a thumb?
No, it's two of his fingers are fused together, and it was like one big index finger. You know what I mean? And it was so funny
Was
because
he popular with the girls?
yeah,
Must have been.
he said it would go around corners. Is what he said. But on a serious note, dude, he would he would be making pizzas. Right, he was a cook. And he'd be sitting there making pizzas, and he would get really messy and hardly ever wash his apron and whatnot, So he'd show up the next day still covered in cheese and sauce or whatever.
Oh, God.
And as he's making these pizzas, he'd be like, "Hey, Dave, can you grab the phone? The phones are ringing off the hook. I got 4 deliveries to make, And he would turn around to go get the phone, and he'd have that one big-ass finger. And he'd go to pick up the receiver on the phone, and his finger's covered in sauce with little bits of white mozzarella on it, It was the most disgusting thing of all time, dude. And then he would wave it at you like,
It's for you.
it's for you. I love that kid, though, man. He's awesome. I still talk to him. He's a great kid. He just got married, had a kid, Good times, man. That's the beauty of the restaurant business, It's like a family. When you get into a restaurant, whether it's a pizza place or a 5-star or 3-star or 2-star, you remember the people. You know what I mean?
Some are just fair weather friends, but there's only been there's been a couple situations where I've stayed in contact. I've been in and out of the restaurant industry. I haven't spent that much time in it, but I still stay in touch with a guy I worked with down in Largo, and one that I
that's his pot dealer.
One that I worked with up here in Hudson, and other than that, they're just kind of fly-by-night friends, really. Drinking buddies, pool buddies,
Well, I don't
guys,
know.
listen, I think Pops is chomping at the bit here to get on
what do you got,
something.
Pops? What do you got in that red folder?
Aren't you chomping
What
at
is
the
that?
bit to discuss something over here?
No. I'm enjoying their intelligent
rhetoric?
discussion.
Oh, thank you, Pops. Usually we get
You see the way he
chastised.
said that? That was a slam on us. He's enjoying our intelligent conversation.
He didn't make any eye
Come on,
contact.
man. You've got something you've been wanting to discuss over here. Just break into it. It's your moment right now.
Really,
the eyes of the world are on you.
I'm thinking about the restaurant business, and I think I started in a restaurant before any of you guys were born, but I didn't stay there very long.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about working in the restaurant business before we were born?
Getting out of it.
Oh man.
The same way we all feel.
I went back to dishwashing part-time after that. Not part-time, I mean as a part-time job to make extra money, you know.
Yeah.
But, never in any of the technical part of it.
I've been out of the restaurant business for, going on probably
4 years.
2012, so about 4 years, yeah. I've been out of it. And I actually applied yesterday to get back into waiting tables.
Just to kind of fall back on something? Yeah, because I know the business is a little...
And then today I got a...
Well, plug your lighting business, man. Let's get you some work. Kevin's outdoor lighting.
I
Plug
don't
it,
really
man.
want to do that on the radio, dude.
Well, I'd like y'all to know I've been out of the restaurant business for about 36 hours right now.
Soon to be back, man.
Yeah.
I did cook food in the crock pot tonight for
All
everybody.
right, well,
Kids love it.
There you go.
Close enough.
Not my kids, but...
And I still got one foot in the restaurant business and one foot in another door, so,
sweet.
you know, we'll see where it goes.
Hey, man, I made a crock pot dish tonight for the kids in the green room. 3rd hour tonight, everybody. Stillhouse Shakers will be performing live in studio. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
And what are you feeding them? What are you going to feed them?
I made them a giant. It was like a gallon. How much does a big crock pot hold? Like a gallon and a half?
Oh, it's got to be at least a gallon and a half.
Yeah. And I filled it up with beef broth. And I sautéed onions, then I put them into the thing, you know. And then I sautéed some potatoes and put them in there. And then I sautéed some carrots and put them in there with olive oil and seasoning and everything else, right? Then I added a little bit of water. I took a can of French onion soup, right? And I poured that in there because it was made with beef broth. And it wasn't a cheap can. It was a good, like, Progresso can, you know. I figured why not, just to make it full, you know. And then I took 2 sausages, hot sausages from Publix, and I unwrapped them. And I grounded them up real quick, and I sautéed those and cooked them up and seared them. And I put that in there. Then I put a pound of veggie pasta, all different styles, you know, rigatoni and mostaccioli. And I put all that in there, mixed it all together, and I let it sit there on low all day, dude. I went and gave an estimate this morning. I came back. I took a nap. I woke up. I had a beer. I was just cleaning the house, taking care of the dogs, all that. And the whole time I was cooking, I brought it over. And of all the people in this house tonight, we got a ton of people in here tonight. Tyler, of all people, comes walking in the room. He just kicks open the door. You don't care what we're doing in here, dude. Yeah. He's like got a bowl and a spoon. He's like, dude, this is awesome. You know? So, you know, a cayenne pepper, a little bit of paprika, a little mustard, you know, a little Italian
It's a shame.
seasoning.
I just
Good
swore
stuff,
off
man.
eating mammals this week.
You're a mammalitarian now.
I am a mammalitarian now.
Good for you, man.
I no longer eat mammals.
Thank you.
Why is that, Chuck? Why did you stop?
It's just, you know, I was all under the influence the other day, and I was at the homeless camp, and somebody had a stolen smartphone, so I ended up watching some videos on some of the slaughtering of cows and pigs and such, and it disturbed me. You know, I know.
Wait, hold
I know
on.
chickens are stacked like to the roof, and
I
they
don't
piss
think
and
those are
shit on
mammals,
each
dude.
other, and yes, they are. You freak of nature.
Those are animals.
And then I'm just going to eat chicken, turkey, and fish for a little while. And I know turkeys and chickens are raised in a really manner.
Have you ever seen a fish farm?
I know I've seen a fish farm.
Yeah.
And I've seen what happens to poor tunas catching the dolphins. I'm starting here. You know, I may end up tofu and beans one day, but we'll see it. We'll see where it goes.
He's just loud in our headphones. I'll turn him down here.
I'll tell you what, dude. I'm
just not going to eat anything that anybody would have as a pet anymore. People have pets for pigs and cows and moose and elk and deer and
What about dolphins?
Wolverine and I don't know
What about
else.
marmosets? Are you going to eat marmosets anymore?
No, it's a mammal. No mammals.
Okay, I'm just checking.
See, I'm a scumbag. I'd eat cat all day long.
You do.
I love Chinese buffets, and
They don't put cat in Chinese buffets, dude.
What do you mean?
No, I know this for a fact. That
It's
people
marmoset.
think, no, listen, hear me out on this, okay? People have this misconception that if you go to, if you go to a Chinese buffet, that they're serving you cat because they're too cheap to put real meat out there. No, that's not
Cat's
the case.
probably a lot more expensive.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, some people from the Orient do eat cats, but they save them for special occasions and they put them in jars and pickle them and stuff like that. And like a Jewish person might have a bar mitzvah, or a Christian person might have somebody is calling the show right now. Let's check it out here, shall we? We'll just do it. Kevin Holly Show, you're live. Please don't cuss.
Hi, is this here the Kevin Hardy Show?
Yes, it is. Who's this, sir?
That sounds
Well,
like...
my name is Bo G. I'm a long time listener. The first time caller, I just love you guys.
Oh, I'm glad that we reached your demographic, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from sunny, beautiful, tornado-ripped-up Cape Coral, Florida.
Sinkhole, Florida, huh? All right, man. Well, what's happening?
Oh, yeah, not a whole hell of a lot. I'm just sitting here, chain-smoking cigarettes, drinking cheap beer. I just love you guys. I just love to listen to you guys just all the damn time.
Well, hey, thanks a lot for calling. I appreciate that, man. We got a big fan in Sinkhole, Tornado, Ripped Up, Florida. You calling from Sarasota?
Cape Coral.
Cape Corals, huh? Corals? Corals?
Cape Coral.
Oh.
Cape Coral.
Thanks for clearing that up, sir. Hey, I don't know if you were just listening now, but we're talking about the restaurant business. Can I ask you, sir, what's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal? Well, I just love me some cold pizza and a hot beer. That's my favorite thing. That's just the breakfast and the lunch and the dinners of the champions. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty good, man. What's your favorite pizza? Would it be a mushroom-tipped beef neck steak pizza?
No, it's the Totino's right out the freezer.
Yeah, well, Totino's makes a mushroom-tipped beef neck steak pizza. You ever had that?
They do. I usually just get the pepperoni with them little square pepperonis. It reminds me of jail.
You do not get pizza in jail, man.
All right, well, listen, sir, what's your name? Bodine. Hey, listen, if you want to follow our show, go on Facebook.com/The Kevin Holly Show. You can follow us on Twitter at Kevin Holly Show 4. And we're also on Instagram, Tumblr. You can listen to us live on Mixlr.com, Mixlr.com. Write that down on your little tablet
Go
there.
on to YouTube and type in The Kevin Holly Show.
You need to listen to the third hour with the Stillhouse Shakers.
Yeah, you probably should listen
Have
to
you ever
that.
heard of them?
All right, sir. Thank you. We're in the middle of something, so we're going to let you go. But thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Thank you, Bodine.
All right, well, I'm just glad you guys on the Kevin Holly Show.
He's got a 239 extension. That's definitely Coral Gables.
Nice.
Gable, whatever.
Like this.
Coral.
Gable.
Coral.
Cape
Coral. That's just south of Sarasota.
All right. Hey, thank you,
I'm on the
Bodine.
government check. I get 400 houses out here.
Be nice. All right, goodbye.
Coral Gobbles.
Gable. Coral.
Coral Gobbles.
Coral Gobbles.
Coral Gable.
Anyway, back to my
Love
story
that
here.
kid, dude.
Listen, so they're not going to take that cat out of the pickled jar that they're saving for their son's 10th birthday and serve it to you on the buffet, dude. It's not going to happen. It never happens. In fact, when you go to a restaurant like that and you see the family eating around a small table and they're having a bit of a party or something, that's probably when they're serving a weird dish that they're not going to put on that buffet. It's not. It's a common misconception, dude. I saw a documentary on like Discovery Channel or Animal Planet or Marmoset Planet or whatever it was. So you know it's true. But I'm serious, because I thought that for a long time. You know, I worked in restaurants forever.
It's been urban legend.
Yeah,
but
they don't
the
do
one
that.
with the one Chinese buffet up here in Port Richey did get in trouble for slavery. They were
Wait, they were serving slaves?
No, they weren't serving slaves.
Oh, sorry.
They were bringing people from overseas and just keeping them, just working them, and keeping them like these little 10 to a room kind of thing. They got in trouble. They got shut down. They got arrested.
Well, you know, that happens, man. But at least you're not eating cat, bro. You know, what are you going to say, you know?
Well, we used to change filters in 250 restaurants in Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte County.
Right.
And in them, there were probably how many Chinese restaurants, Jay?
Oh, out of 250 or so, I got to say there was probably 300 restaurants. Or 30 Chinese restaurants.
Now, do the math.
At least 30, yeah. And I think
No, what is this, grease traps you're cleaning?
Yeah.
I saw a cat in every one of them.
Yeah. We used to change hood filters on a weekly or
You saw a
two-weekly.
cat.
But we used to clean the hoods as well.
Well, you're
And
talking about
I
a cat
saw-
that
I
would
saw.
get into it and die, and they just due to the smell, they would get into the grease containment area.
They're
That's different.
they're the worst.
Well,
grease.
Pops, let me ask you, like Chuck asked you, were those cats getting into the traps or were they cooking cats? I mean, come on.
Well, the traps are out in the back,
Right.
but these cats were hanging up somewhere, dead.
ready for preparation is
Yeah,
what he
okay.
said.
Was that
They were
Now-
curing.
Now, maybe they were
They were
making
curing.
something for a Jewish bar mitzvah. I kind of doubt it.
All right, Pops. You know, I'll take Pop's word over the documentary because Pop's word is bond. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what. When you run a business like Pops used to have,